What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today playing some more Idle Heroes. Today we're back on the Revival account, and as the master of procrastination that I am, we are up against the wall yet again on time to do the event. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I do. I do it like almost every single time. It's a problem for me. So, today we're going to finish up the rest of the event that we have to do. Then I'm probably going to do maybe some Seal Land pushing, because I haven't done that really since we've upgraded my dudes, right? I haven't jumped into Seal Land since I've gotten Aspen to like 10 million attack. I haven't done the Light Seal Land with the old Great Sage Wukong, I think, at all. So, potential progress to be made, extra loot to come in, why have I not done it? Lazy, I guess. Lazy would be probably the correct term. So, we're going to go ahead, probably spend some Contract Starry Gems, get the event done. I still have to do the event on the mini account. I might just do that. Does the camera look funny to you guys? I don't know. I changed one of my lights to be more of an amber color because I looked like a ghost when I looked at myself. I was like blue washed in the face, and I was like, man, either I'm sick and dying, or this light makes me look sick and dying. So maybe now I look more golden. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is. Whatever. We'll see. The other account, like I said, I don't know if I want to go too crazy and make another Ouija on that, trying to blast through 2,000 summons with all of like 40 bag space. God, that's going to be such a blast. I can't wait to do that. Sarcasm, I can absolutely wait to do that, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. But that's what I have to do after this. As for the Void campaign, I know some peeps want to see me jump in and do some more Void campaign pushing. It's coming. I won't do it today because peeps said they wanted to see me stream it, so we'll probably do it on a stream. May not be tomorrow either, though. I do have plans. But Saturday, potential possibility. That said, let's get to doing the event, knocking things out the way a feller's supposed to. We have a beautiful 7,777 Contract Starry Gems. We will not be using all of them. We won't even be using most of them. We'll be using most of them. That's actually true. We're going to buy 2 of these suckers here. Boop. Like so. 2,500. Gonski. We have a ton of treasure train tickets, by the way, like an absolutely stupid amount. It's kind of dumb how much we have. And we're going to buy 1 of these, and I believe that should get us exactly where we need to be according to the mathematics that I have mathed in my brain for the event. That should be all I need to do a full 600 cans to our name. 100 mints is about to be ours. We also got mail. Palace crystals, I'll take them. How many? Oh my god, how many do we have? 100 and mother-loving 20. That's, oh gosh, that's a couple. Ooh, that reminds me. Whilst we're here, before we get too carried away, wrong button, right button, correct button yet again, let's go ahead and grab out all 9 of these ladies. Not that I need them right now, but I might as well grab out 9 free sets of gear that I can turn into, like, you know, gear crystals or whatever. Or I guess upgrade to like a 6-star set. I don't know, either way. How are we looking now? Just a resource check after we've done all that. We still have 1,500 Contract Starry Gems, not awful. 467 treasure train tickets. That is stupid. That is a stupid amount of treasure tickets. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. We're almost back to 2,000 heroic scrolls. What a time to be alive. But what are we going to do with these? I know that her hero token is not like the right choice anymore, but with this many treasure train tickets, it feels stupid not to go ahead and grab the extra stats. Like, yeah, the Grimoire is going to put it to shame, but me grabbing another 240,000 attack is still a bump. You know, it may not be the massive bump that it was at one time, right? Another 20 million health, like, okay, that's not that big of a boost, but it's still a boost, so I might as well do it, and I think that's what we will indeed do. We're going to go probably 150 there and then save the rest for like Retro Arcade and other stuff along the way that we decide to jump in on. But with that said, let's go ahead now and do this. Do all of our sightseeing business. I did not know what this was. I did it on my free-to-play account. I actually did the event on the free-to-play. I got myself to the 20 mints, so I did actually end up getting this. There's only a 5% chance, I think, to get this at every exploration or something. That sounds right. I could be wrong. But you can get it before you do the entire thing. So if you're doing like the cheapest of free-to-play options, where you just got the 10 mints, there's still a chance you grab the 10 cores. We're just going to rip these off in 120s, because that's the easiest way to do it. And we're just going to go for that methodology, right? It just works. 10 more cores to our name. I think that puts us at 160 cores. Speaking of cores, that's going to be probably a big focus of what we use this event for. Oh, more cores. Well, why not? Let's grab them suckers out as well. Looking great, looking good, looking beautiful. Give me them suckers. That's the wrong one. We can't go there. We got to go to 3 first. This one, a little less exciting. Can't lie, won't lie. Master's toolboxes, sure, we probably need those. But the rest of the stuff is pretty peanuts. You know what I'm saying? That's not a whole lot of stuff. That's pretty weak. Number 4 breaks things down a little bit weirder. For some reason, they decided to move, like, really weird with the progress here. I don't know why they did it this way. Maybe just to fit it all on the map for if people spent, like, the entire gajillion dollars to fully complete the event. But we're going to go ahead and complete all of this out, so let's go ahead and get it done. Bam. And there it is. We should have now 100 of the old mints. Now, we're not obviously going to be able to do this, which is okay. 700,000 Grimoire Essence, though, that's actually kind of nice. Kind of nice. We're not going to go for it, because we don't need to, and we can't, without spending copious amounts of more dollars. What the heck? Oops. Origin Artifact Selection Chest. Disgusting. Yes, we have 100. So here's my plan for our 100 mints. We're going to stick with everything that we can in the discounted area. I'm super duper tempted, I'm not going to lie, to go off discount, or not off discount, but drop Stellar just once we're going to go Core of Origin on these, just to get like another one of those chests with purple goo. Because I tell you what, man, we be blitzing through the freaking promotion stones, and having a bunch of them kind of in my back pocket just makes me feel cozy inside, you know? So let's take a look. How many? Let's grab one. I know it, like some people are gonna say these are stupid, like they're a waste, get Stellar every time. I'm gonna tell you right now, this right here has saved my bacon at least once, okay? At least one time my bacon has been saved. So we're gonna grab one of those. I think they're useful. You're always gonna find some use for them if you need them. You know, if you don't need them, you'll never find a use for them. But like I said, we're going to need lots of spirit to do X upgrades, lots of gold and stuff to buy spirit if you run low. I think these just be a nice little way to make that happen. For the rest of them, we're going to stick with Stellar. For the Origin chests, the Origin material, we're going to go with the chests here, the Origin shards for the cores. We only need 200 of these to get Great Sage Sun Wukong's core all the way maxed. So technically right now, we have a noble core for our Great Sage Sun Wukong, which is awesome. Now, I could continue on in this area and shoot for like sublimation materials, but in my brain hole, I think it's actually probably better for us to start targeting Scarlet Queen's core so that we can start getting our Destiny Temple upgraded a little bit. So we're actually going to go with Origin core chests on pretty much every single thing that we can here. Except for on these floor 10 and 11. This is transition materials. I've got a bunch of chests for this, and I don't need such a copious amount of it at the current juncture to go like crazy high that I need to focus on buying these specifically. So I could go Grimoire material. I know that's an option. I don't honestly need Grimoire material yet either, because I'm not really pushing for 9 E5 heroes to level it up higher. What I'm really trying to do is take the 6 E5s that I have and grind those puppies up to be as strong as they can be, so that the resonance factor I get from them, the liberation of the stats in my Grimoire, is much higher. So instead of doing either of these, I'm actually going to go with Origin Artifacts here, and we're going to start grabbing out some exotic Grimoires. I have plans for these. I have one pistol also right now, but that's not really important. The exotic Grimoires probably mostly going to be used for making a Dragon Rui down the line. Maybe the next thing we build, maybe not, but I'm also kind of thinking in my own brain, I know a lot of people say get like 16 demon bells and just make a bunch of splendid demon bells, but there's a big benefit to using, deified demon bells, the Sonata of whatever, instead of just demon bells. And that is that A, the stat buffs they give are a little bit bigger, but they also add speed, not just energy. And that is actually important. Now, there is something to watch out for where they do buff the speed levels of other people when the active skill goes off. So it's a little bit more micromanagey, I guess, to set your speed line up properly. That said, I still think that they are the fastest way to get an energy feed lineup set if you're going to spend money, because instead of needing 16 demon bells to get a, like a whole bunch of freaking splendid demon bells, all you need is 8 demon bells to get, the deified ones, 4 deified demon bells at Glittery, and that's enough to pretty much guarantee you that you get 100 energy every single round forever. So I'm just going to grab the exotic grimoires here. I think they're the way to go. For this final one here, I think we're just going to remain with our Core of Origin chest, and that's 75. We'll go ahead and utilize this. Boop. And then for this big one here, I'm sticking with my guns. I'm sticking with my guns. Let's grab another Core of Origin chest. It has now been finished. We have the exchange store open. Let's go ahead and just do this so I don't forget about it. Get my 1,000 contract starry gems refunded back to me. That's good. That's done. That's finished. That's finito. Okay, so for these 2 floors here, I have more options. They're not crazy options. They're just kind of options. Let's just go take a peek. See how many core. I have 7. I have 7 of these. That's 350. So I have 150 shards for the next hero. So at least one of these should probably go towards core shards. I know also at the same time, I have 50 of these chests, which give me a freakish amount of stuff if I want them. But these, I didn't realize that these Core of Origin chests gave 5 shards and not 1. So I could potentially have a Noble Chord Queen like stat. You know what I'm saying? Enough to be Destiny transitioned quickly. And that sounds pretty mother-loving sweet. You know what I'm saying? What am I looking for here? There was something else I was gonna hook my peepers on. Is this? It's not that. It's this. We have 839,000 Grimoire Essence. It's not probably enough to go too crazy on the next upgrades. Let's take a quick peek whilst we're here. Does it say what it costs for me to upgrade? 95,000. So it's only probably going to be around 5-ish more levels with that much Grimoire Essence. We'll need a lot more. But like I said, we've got 3 more heroes to take to E5, and in that meantime, we also have these heroes that I'd like to get. Like, Elena needs to be Tree 5, that's going to unlock a lot more of these stats. As you can see, we're only at 25% Liberation. Aspen, of course, giving the most, and also the Transition Temple giving 200 each. Just getting this leveled up by getting these guys their cores will give me more Liberation for my stats than these E5s are giving just for even being there, right? Which is pretty crazy. V4ing obviously would also give them quite the boost, so I think my first plan of attack is not going to be get as many Grimoire levels as possible by, force feeding my account E5s, but instead make sure my 6 E5s I'm going to have, or at least these first 4, are as good as they can get to make sure that I'm getting the max amount of resonance and stuff out of them. That is the plan. So, with that plan spoken out into the air of the world, I don't think we grab Grimoire material here. I think we grab another chest. That brings us to 200 Origin shards. We still need, I think, 2 more cores to make our queen super queen. We could grab 50 more. Honestly, call me crazy. I know I could also pick up a mysterious artifact like another Rui Scepter or something. Maybe not a bad idea. But I am in desperate need of Stellar. I am very, very low on Stellar, so I'm actually just going to go with Stellar Shards here and make sure I'm trying to recoup some of the cost that I have been pumping into my dudes at an alarming rate. But that should be it for the event, right? We should be done here. We've got all this business done. I'm not going to do this. I'm not really big on these treasures. If you're a big PvP bro and you love PvP, that's correct. If you love PvP, these are not bad treasures for PvP. You can't really check what they give you. They do look cool. I wish they had like a cool design like this for PvE based treasures. I would totally be more ham, going in on that, but whatever. I believe that is everything though. I'm not going to buy any of these chests. We've gone as far in the relay as we want to. Everything is used up. Event complete. Event complete. But this brings us to our secondary goal for the day, and that is we need to get your core upgraded. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and get it done. We only need 2 more, like I said, to get this guy up, so we need to open 4 chests. It takes a long time to back out of that, huh? 4 of you bad boys need to be opened for, where's the little monkey stick? There is the monkey stick. We need 4 of you. That is a beautiful thing that we have witnessed. Core of Origin, we need to fuse all of these up. I think you can just do it this way, right? And still upgrade it. I could be wrong on that. My brain says that that actually works. My brain doesn't really know a lot of stuff, though. My brain is correct, and my brain knows everything. Do not doubt me. So that should be the upgraded core to the max, right? Yes, it cannot be upgraded anymore. That's beautiful. Love to see it. So now this bro, I believe... Oh... So I actually have to take his Tree of Origin to the max level as well, and unlock all sublimation effects. So this is something I wasn't aware of. Probably should have clicked on that earlier. His tree is not fully maxed. He is locked at 100 right now. The upgrade from 100 to 120 is quite expensive. I also don't have the sublimation material to fully max her at the moment. So I'm not too worried about getting her core immediately done. I can do that later. I have, like I said, I have 50 chests that I can grab submats with and get her sublimations done, but I am going to end up in an issue where I need to upgrade. I can't remember what the cost is. I'll have to look up the cost from 100 to 120 and just see what it would take me to actually max. Then we'll look at that at a later date. For right now, it's not uber duper important. We could X upgrade you yet again for reasons because I said so kind of thing. Let's do it. Let's do it. What's it cost to take you all the way up? Can we take you all the way? No, there's no way we can make it all the way. We get pretty close, though. We get pretty mother-loving close. Let's go ahead. We could use one of those chests right now, but we won't. We have the option to just buy some spirit out of here. We probably need, that's a pretty hefty chunk, but yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That'll work. We need the spirit more than the gold, so that's fine. Wrong guy. Correct guy. Uno, Dos, and Trace. He's now 40 out of 40, looking beautiful, looking good. Didn't gain a ton of stats, but some stats, I guess, is always better than none stats. That's never an incorrect statement to make. What are you looking like? Because when we go seal landing, we can't really change. Yeah, that's probably good. That'll probably be enough to smoke through it, I would assume. Could be wrong. I don't know how hard seal land's going to get on us. Also, speed-wise, we're going to start getting outsped. Another important consideration. Bro is just so much slower than you, by lots. By minis and by muchos is he slower than you. Also, he has a demon bell, so give him 100 more speed, he'll be at, what? 2098? That's not too bad. That's pretty close. It's not super close, but it's something. Let's go ahead, I guess, now, and jump in, do some seal landage, and see, not the Aspen Dungeon. We could do Aspen Dungeon. Not worry about Aspen Dungeon right now. Let's do some seal land, right? Boop, 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 boop. We'll start here in the dark. We're at 26 the last time we fought this. I'm telling you right now, I want this hero. DH Games, make this a hero that I can build, and I will build it. I will build it, and many of my people will build it because it looks cool. It is probably the coolest looking hero in the game. So let's go ahead, jump in here, see what we need to do. I forgot I even had this lady in here. She's been upgraded. 487 million power. I get the idea that we're probably going to just butt punch this like immediately and they're gonna die, but I don't know. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. He goes first. They didn't die in one hit, so these guys are actually relatively tough in terms of their HP. But active skill coming around round 2. These guys come back to life. Doesn't matter. They're dead. An easy dub for us. A lot of shards, a lot of vims. About 55 billion damage. Is that correct? That sounds right. That's a lot of damage. That's not bad. Is 27? That was 27. How about 28? I don't see what the smash rewards are. There's probably not a way to look at the smash rewards. Let's go ahead and punch these guys in the face too and see what happens, you know? How far will we get? I got no idea. Wow, these guys are getting tanky as balls. They barely even hurt that dude. They're not hitting as hard, which is nice. That's not bad. I'll take that. They do be coming back to life like a mother lover, though. But yeah, they're not hitting super hard. We're doing okay in terms of staying alive. Staying alive, as they say in the business. Is this the same guy as before? Or is he evolved version? He looks like a warrior. We've killed one. No coming back to life. They do hit kind of hard. But not, no, I lied. They're not hitting kind of hard. They're hitting kind of like wet noodles and wet napkins. A wet noodle napkin put together. I'll take it. So far, so good. Will we have enough of these little keys to do Wukong? I mean, yeah, we will, because we can always just buy more of them. We'll see what happens. Sip on some delish coffee. Also, having an E5 Drake here is probably going to help a little bit. Love that that monster dropped on absolutely nobody. That's good stuff. 78 Bilski. Bro coming in clutch. Question. Do I just shift you to like where Amin Ramen is and try to punch the boss in the face? And kill boss round 1? We killed the boss on round 1. We got stunned. I don't know what enables I currently have on my Aspen. I don't know if he's purifying crowd controls or not. I couldn't tell you. So far, it looks like we're going to be doing okay here. My 2 main people are still very alive. In fact, they're more alive than I could ever have imagined them being. That was an easy dub. That was a very easy dub. 105 billion damage. Bro is going can we make it to 30? That may be a lofty goal. I think for the rest of these, we'll leave him in the front spot, because I think that always de-armors the front bro. So we might as well hit that guy first. We're still outspeeding. They are now hitting much harder. Drake-a-doodle-doo is absolutely dead-a-doodle-doo. However, why are we blocking? Do I have like a block? Why am I blocking like crazy? I may be dumb. We're not blocking. We're still blocking. Where's the block coming from? These are questions I don't have answers to. We are still doing okay, though. These guys are slowly getting whittled down into the era of death. They're not hitting, I mean, they're hitting kind of hard. We just have, like, a ton of HP, right? The benefits of having over 1 billion health, I guess, is that enemies that normally would kill you in, like, 1 tap no longer are able to do that. And that's nice. So we'll try this again on the warrior kind of bros. I think they're warriors. Could be wrong. They look like it. They've got a lot of hutch pa. An absolute buttload of the pa of hutches. We are stunned. We're unstunned. We've killed 1 warrior bro. Elena may actually go down. She's healed herself for 49 million health. Not bad. Not bad, bro. Doing a great job. Check out those heal numbers. Honestly, I'll be honest, this guy healed himself a lot more than you did, but that's just because Aspen's a freak. So far, still pushing right on through these nerds. Not really getting too hung up, and that's a nice thing. Drake goes down. They are getting outsped. Obviously, he's not getting outsped because he's very, very fast. Elena is dead. We are stunned. We're back to life. We're full health. As long as you don't get, like, stun locked, we'll probably be okay. Just don't stun me, you know? 1 guy goes down. 2nd guy does not go down yet, but that's okay. He will eventually decease. I believe in our ability to kill him. These are not, I don't know if these are round limited. They may not be. If they are, we're still probably gonna, we didn't get it. It was defeated. We are defeated on rounds. This is a round limited game mode. But we were absolutely fine in terms of our life force. I think what we do to simply counteract this, a very simple change. We just swapped this 1 imprint here from damage reduction. You say 35% damage reduction is important, bro. This is true. And this is why I think going with some holy damage instead is likely going to be all we need in terms of damage. Because I don't think we got too close to dying. We also did not have being able to remove a crowd control at the end of the round. Shared Fate's not bad. We'll go with this to make sure we don't get stun locked, because that could be a little bit dangerous for us. Elena, do we really need to mess with you too much? I'm going to go ahead and say no. I'm going to put it in the no box. What about you? What if I gave you an ability to not bend your will immediately? Right? The unbending will of Doom. I think we got this. I think this is doable. We were there, right? We had the dub in our pocket. We simply couldn't finish the job. And that's just a round limitation. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sure. I figured there may be some round limitation shenanigans, and I was right. But that's okay. No one died on round 1 this time, which is awesome. We've killed 1 dude. We are still looking quite healthy on round 4, which is beautiful. The damage difference that we are receiving due to the less damage reduction on our dude is noticeable. It is not noticeable, as they say in the business. But I don't think it's a big deal. We're at round 8. We've already got these dudes dead the first time. I would say that our choices to swap things up were the correct choices. Easy win. Not too bad. Do we try to punch out Dragon Bro immediately? My gut says yes. My gut says punch Dragon. Oh, he's faster than us. That's bad. Does he stun the back line? It seems like he... Oh my gosh, he hits like a mother-loving freight train. We could be in big dooks. We could be in the dookie levels of 1,000. Let's find out. Big boys down. Little boys are still here. Can't believe he was so fast. Bro just zipped right by me. This priest is still kind of alive. We've only got a few rounds. Okay, well, we said we only got a few rounds. That's all we need. Easy win. That wasn't even that stressful, even though bro was fast as a mother lover. 192 billion damage. 101 billion heals. Well did. A lot of loot's coming in. What's our smash loot? 9 of these chests per day. Not bad. I really wish that you got rocks out of this and not iron ingots. I don't really want to upgrade those houses too terribly much, but that's all right. We could potentially try to push 9. We're out of challenge times. We're going to buy 1 challenge times just to see what this feels like. Boop. We may be at the point where they're starting to outspeed us. They are. They are now faster than we are. This is dangerous. Can we still beat these guys? There's a chance. It really depends on if we get crowd controlled or not. Oh, these are the guys that all come back to life. That's going to be a bit of a problem for us. If I had to wager a problem being wagered, I would say this could be problematic. Or maybe it won't be. We're only round 6. We're looking pretty healthy. The fact that they attack first is actually kind of nice. It keeps guaranteeing me like skill casts every single time, which is pretty good. And there it is. So stage 30-1, easy dub. Do we try 30-2? I mean, of course we do. What kind of question is that? Now, if these guys stun us, our boned levels are going to raise from like not really to very super. They also hit pretty mother-loving hard. Can't lie, won't lie. We're doing okay. So far, surviving. We just dodged so much crap. That Mystic Veil or whatever she puts on, kind of awesome. Kind of awesome for sure. I think we've got this one, and it might be too soon to say for sure, but it was not too soon to say for sure. Get absolutely rinsed. You guys suck, and we are awesome. We're going to try this one more time. I get the feeling the boss is going to show us the 50 states and tell us that we do not belong there. But that doesn't mean we're not going to try. You know what I'm saying? It does not mean that we do not try. I get the feeling we're dead. We're dead beyond our wildest dreams. We might not be dead beyond our wildest dreams. We are probably dead beyond our wildest dreams. We're still somehow in it to win it. Dead beyond our wildest dreams. Absolutely, we ceased and desisted. But we might be able to make that one work, but if we're already dying on this one, ain't no chance in crap we're taking down Big Dragon Daddy. Not today. What the heck? They swap over to being Dark Bros? No more faction buff or restraint. That is interesting. I didn't even pay attention to that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Whatever. Let's jump over, swap gears, and let's just see what our Wukong can do. Could we potentially play with stuff and get that to work? Maybe. We could maybe beat 30. I'm not too terribly worried about doing it right away, directly right now. We're going to leave you like you are. We have like no other light heroes built, do we? Absolutely not. Light heroes being built is something we have the option to do. We definitely have an option. We just don't do it. Let's buy, where are we at on light? Just 21, not super duper high. We'll buy like, let's buy 8. That would be enough to go through like 2 full stages, right? Right. Let's jump in here. Let's throw in a Super Kong. And I guess we can keep Ada in here, right? We have Ada's in there for a reason. What that reason was, I mean, good question. We'll activate his core here because he has a core. We might as well do it. Stunning, oh my gosh. Okay, so round 1, that was easy. Let's see if we can continue this this shenaniganery and how far it goes before we no longer can. So far, looking real good, looking real great. Is the boss gonna survive it? We'll see. No, the boss also just fell before our powerful might and didn't even have a chance. I feel kind of bad for him, but also not really. Yeah, still absolutely just decimating these nerds, and it's not even been a real struggle yet. That's great. Wukong OP. Great Sage Wukong confirmed to be the greatest hero in the existence of all heroes. Not to mention, like, he has no tenants. This is just regular Great Sage Sun Wukong, you know, comparatively to the rest of my dudes. By the rest of my dudes, I mean, like, literally just Aspen, the only other dude I have built. Neither of them are A-tier heroes. I think that would be obviously a big jump for my Dark. I do want to buy an A-tier Aspen, and we're not far off of being able to do that. Let's go ahead and buy 8 more because my confidence levels have soared far beyond what they initially were. But we do have the ability to convert, like, 1,400 or so of the Prism Starry Gems into Starry Gems every day right now, which is super nice. Within the next couple of days, it is feasible. It is not only feasible, it is likely that we have enough Starry Gems to make an offer on a legitimately solid Giant Killer Defier Aspen. Do I want to do that? Duh. Snag that boy out and see what he's all about. That'll be huge for our Void campaign push, but I might want to push before we get an A tier, just because I know there's a lot of, you know, more free-to-play, not so spendy players in the game who aren't going to have access to A-tier heroes. And the difference that they make, at least that I've noticed from people that have them, is once you get, like, an A-tier hero with Defier and, like, all that jazz, your boss damage goes from being, like, really good to being mother-loving ridiculous. So, as of now, are these guys surviving around yet? No, they're still not even surviving the initial drop of doom. They're just dead. They're just instantaneously dead, which is cool. I'm okay with it. I'm not going to be like, what the heck? Why are they dead? That's fine with me. We're just scooting right on through. I really didn't expect to go this far with, you know, a regular Wukong, not an A-tier Wukong. I do kind of want like a Giant Killer Wukong, but at the same time, I kind of want my... Ooh, you got the cool-looking dude now, or a cooler-looking dude. Listen, we're going to buy at least 4 more of these suckers. This might be where things begin to get real. But I do kind of want a Giant Killer on a Wukong just for funsies, maybe Defier. I think it'd be cool for his boss damage. But at the same time, like, in my team... Oh, he survived. He survived a round. He is dead. Well, he didn't survive a round. He survived a hit. That's one thing to say. But in my team, Wukong is not like my primary DPS. He's not my first build. If that were the case, I'd be far more interested in seeing what he could do as like a full-on Giant Killer Defier. Let's dump the enemies to death. But in the case of mine, I think it'd be more ideal to have like control immunity offset, maybe control precision, but I probably honestly don't even need control precision on him, due to the fact that he already has a very high chance to stun, and it's mostly going to be about removing enemies' immunity to control rather than increasing my chance to control. Because like I said, it's already an 80% chance to stun on round 1, which is pretty freaking good. With even, like I said, with the Dragon Rui on its own, we would already be well above that, right? Like, we'd be over 100% chance to stun, which is nice, you know, for sure. It's definitely good. But at that point, probably just would rather have... I mean, the Dragon Rui also does control immunity reduction. For our Awaken, then, we'd probably want control immunity offset more than we would want goodness. This guy is surviving, like, every time. I'm kind of curious as to why this dude in this position is like, listen, I don't die like no nerd. 23 billion damage, though. Not bad. So we shot through 26 with little to no issue. That's a good thing. We'll continue on. But yeah. Control immunity offset, probably the best thing I could get for him. I'm not really sure what people hunt for on their Great Sage Wukongs in the A tier category. The fact that he still does pretty notable damage and is pretty solid, especially if he's your first hero, like you could totally go Giant Killer to Fire and have fun with it. I still think it would be fun. Probably, if I had to guess, if you're using him more in a support role, you're probably looking for like Control Immunity Offset, maybe Holy Armor, something like that. Oh, they're all surviving now. What a time to be alive. They will eventually die though, for sure. This guy, this position right here is the position of the manliest man. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't want to go down. He does. He eventually concedes and dies. But, I mean, our light hero backup chain right now is hilarious. it's like literally nothing. Whatever. It is what it is. We do not have the supporting cast of a good light hero. Was that the boss? No, surely not. No, this is just a 4-piece. It's like we didn't kill the boss in one tap, did we? Yeah, we're just blowing these guys out of the water super duper quickly. This is nice. Now this will be maybe a little bit more challenging. We'll see. It is a boss wave. No, it will not be any more difficult. Oh my gosh, everyone is dead. Everybody's dead. But the boss is also dead. We've been horrified, I think, the entirety of the time. We still have yet to, yeah, we killed everyone. We almost died there. Something hurt us. Something hurted us a lot. Who did? Who did all the damage? Honestly, it was kind of a pretty even split. But yeah, Wukong did all the damage on my team pretty much. Stage 28. We're at stage 29 smash on the other one. Let's buy these one at a time. They're starting to get a little bit more devious, a little bit more dangerous. They are now faster than we are. This could be the end of our glorious reign. It also might not be the end of... We don't have freaking Control Purify on our bro, which is honestly an oversight, right? We need that. If we're going to be getting horrified constantly, although his follow-up attacks still work, we will like to do his basic attack as well. So let's go ahead, take a quick peek, see here, swap this to purifying off that horrify, because we are going to want to do that. At the moment, I think we're okay leaving things the way they are, because we do get a lot of healing each round just by doing damage. Double crit stone, I'm not going to mess with too much. Our void imprints, I believe I have armor break on here instead of holy damage. They're probably pretty interchangeable. They're probably not too big of a difference between the two. I haven't necessarily done a ton of testing on that to be like for sure they're the same, but they're probably close enough that it's not going to be the difference maker. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. If you're running a Drake in your team, you probably definitely want holy damage because it just makes more sense because he's already stripping all the armor off, but I mean, whatevs. Let's see what these bros have. None of them are dead yet. They're still hitting on my shield and not really getting past it, which is nice. And we've got them. We've absolutely just decimated those bros. 68 billion damage. Great Sage is freaking awesome. Let's just go ahead and buy 2. I have faith in our ability to make it through this wave and then fight the boss. I think we've absolutely got that. 3 stunned, only 1 up. That's a pretty good start to the thing, I would say. A lot of follow-up attacks here, which is never a bad deal. Getting horrified like every single round, but that's okay because we can break that like every time. They're faster than me. I forgot that they are the quicker people. We are indeed slower than the bros, but that's all right. We died. What killed us? Did we kill ourselves off a mark or something? I missed something. Did they put like an Amin Ramen heal yourself to death mark on me? Is that what happened? Because I went from being a very healthy boy to being very dead. Or do they have like a mim passive? No, surely not. If they had mim passives, I would have noticed the last round. What murdered us? Since they are faster than we are, I am going to just play with the idea. Maybe there was a mark that got thrown on me I wasn't aware of. We don't need to purify the crowd control. Since they go before us anyway, it doesn't really seem to make much of a difference. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Here I was saying, like, I feel very confident in our ability to take this down, and then we died. So, let's see if perhaps this time we can actually take them down. The horrifications have come out. I'm gonna try to make sure that at this point it almost surely is not a mark, right? No one's died yet though. See what happens here. Let's keep it slow and controlled, as they say in the business. We're doing all right. We're still doing fine. We're not getting death murdered. Oh, he hit us very hard when he died. He did. So maybe they do a damage on death that I just wasn't aware of. But we did get him, right? And it went through our... So maybe it was a mark that happens intra-battle. And if that's the case, it may not even matter that we have mark purification on. It also might. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. We'll just leave it on there for nowsies and challenge the big boy himself with all of his little friends and see if they can murder us or if we can murder them. That is the plan. So we're horrified round 1. That's okay. We have an active skill for round 1. We're down to our final dude by round 2. That's generally how you like to see things take place. So far, our shields are hanging out pretty well. Is he draining our energy or something? Yeah, they're draining energy, so it's gonna be like mostly just counterattacks until we get below like 50 health, right? 50% health? We might be dead. The deadness that we are could very well be a thing. We are dead. We're absolutely no longer alive. They're draining our energy. This is a problem. Let me hit myself in the brain a little bit. Lethal fight back is nice. It gives us a chance to just take them out right away. I think we're just too mother-loving slow. I don't know how fast they are, though. That's really the issue here. What if we tried to just become a little bit quicker? Not too crazy fast, but just slightly of a faster nature. Can we do this? We could not. No. He's got the 10 extra speed. This is as fast as I believe I can make him, because he has the 100 speed coming off of this, or 50 speed coming off of this as well. 2088 probably still isn't fast enough to go first. On the off chance that it is, we'll run Control Purify to get rid of the horrification, and we give it one more go. We give it one final try. I'm not going to waste too much time here, because like I said, our Dark is higher anyhow. But I just want to see. I just want to see in my mind. We could throw a second me shell in there to resurrect twice. Does that matter? I don't know. I don't even know. We got a bit better of a spread on the crowd control for round 1, which is nice. We might actually even be faster with Wukong. I wasn't paying attention, so don't quote me on that. I might not even be correct at all. The correct levels might be incorrect. I think the boss is still faster than we are, which is a little bit of a problem if he remains the horrification nature that he does. I think we're going to be in the same issue. Why are we at 2x? Let's go slightly faster. We're not killing anyone. This is a... Oh, whoa, what? Something happened. Something big happened. We're going to win. I don't know what took place, but something took the places, and when it happened, we won. That's beautiful. That's where I'd like to leave that one. We beat 28. We're on 29. That's a glorious thing. On Dark, I think we're at 29, correct? Yeah. And we're fairly close. We're getting outsped there as well, I think. Part of me wants to just, you know, switch you back to being kind of regular, just in case. You know what? What the heck? We'll leave you moderately fast. That seems like a fairly okay subset of skills to leave on the bro. Just because my curiosity has abounded, I wonder if 40 speed would be enough to go first. If we get a horrification run right out the gate, could we take down Seal Land 30? Wrong place. Right place. Let us battle here one time. I'll be honest, I don't remember what happened the last time we did this. So, I don't know. Let's check. We did go first. We didn't really horrify anybody, though, which is interesting. But going first might be just the difference maker that we needed. Going second is never good. It's never a good thing. When you can get, like, crowd controlled or just dead, you know? Nobody likes to be dead immediately. That's not good. It's looking like we're gonna make it, though. I think we are indeed going to take this guy down. This guy has been taken down. Going first, difference made. Speed, importante. Muy importante. Let's try to take this down. We are going to try to punch the boss in the face first. I feel like that's almost always just the strat with Aspen, is if you can punch the boss hard, the boss is faster than we are, that is bad news bears. So this guy is speedy. He's a speed demon. His speedy nature cannot be under and or overstated. We're going to lose a lot of crit and crit damage, but we are the fastest we've ever been, mother lover. Is it enough? Is it enough? Only one way to know for certain. Only one way to find out. We are faster. Our damage is also way balls. And we're stunned. We're not stunned. Boss is dead. Have I discovered a cheat code? Is speed the greatest stat in the game? The answer is no, but it's definitely not a bad stat in the game. That's for darn tootin'. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk a speed stone was all that a feller needed to triumph over stage 30? Now my brain is also saying, what about these bros? What about the bros at stage 31? We are faster than the bros of stage 31. We are dead as a mother-loving scrote sack. That's not beautiful, but that's okay. Let's take one quick moment to reassess our assessments. That's not a problem. This looks like it should be the potential right way to go. With that said, what can a feller do differently? I'll tell you what a feller can do differently. It may not blow your mind as a crazy strategy, because it's not. It's basic Aspen strategy, and that is to put him in the front. Let him punch this guy as hard as humanly possible. I'm not going to lie to you. The hardest humanly possible thing was not that hard. It just really wasn't. We're still alive. I think it may have been what the doctor ordered. And it looks like it potentially was. Positioning matters, peeps. You know, in all things. Not really in all things, I won't lie, but in a lot of things, right? Positioning makes a difference. Do we try this guy as well? I mean, we might as well. We're already here. Give him a smoke, give him a tickle, see what happens. That guy hits kinda hard, if I had to say so. Holy ballsack. They hit very, very, very hard. But that's okay, because we're simply better than you nerds ever could possibly wish you were. Wrecked. We'll try it again. We'll just, if the train is still rolling, you know what I'm saying? Don't stop. Don't stop, don't stop. We're in luck now. We're dead. We're dead. That's close, though. That's close enough. I think that it has earned a secondary try. I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry. I think it deserves a secondary try. It was close enough in my mind that we could potentially take this guy down. That was the weak sauce, most wet noodle slap I've ever seen in my entire life. It is simply not enough damage. It may be enough damage. We're winning. We're absolutely winning this time. There's no way we go down. I say that, and we're in a pretty desperate situation. I'm just kidding. It was never desperate. What an easy match that was. Are we going to try to fight the boss? I mean, listen, we know what's going to happen here. I'm going to win. I am not going to win, most likely, but we're going to try it anyway, because he's faster than us, even with a speed stone. That's got to be the worst possible situation for us. That bro has got speed like a demon. You know what I mean? But I'll take it. Stage 30 smoke down. Get 10 of these chests a day now. Not that I'm super duper hyped about that, but whatever. I'm happy. I'm happy with the progress that a feller has indeed made at this current juncture in our life. What am I going to do? I'm absolutely going to make sure he's got this crit stone back on, because if I forget that and I start doing stupid things and losing, I'm going to be a little sad at myself. But this is probably a fine setup, except for it probably makes him faster than the old Queen of Dooney Dooney. 2176, 2206. Yeah, you're a little bit too fast there, bud. We'll just take you back down. We'll just make you a little bit slower. It's fine. Beat a little slower, never hurt nobody. 2166. That's where you want to be. That is the life that we want to live. Okay. Event completed. I don't know why an event completed. It's one thing, but it's two things. Okay, we did that. That's done. We took our Aspen and our Wukong into the Seal Land and made some pretty substantial progress. I'm happy with it. Do I make a video after this about the mini VIP series struggle busing its way to 2,000 summons and then doing the event? God, I don't want to. I'll be honest. Listen, if bag space wasn't a problem, I know I ranted on this 3 days in a row, so I'm not going to rant again. So it's just going to leave it at 2 days in a row. It's just, I don't know. I wish I could just summon and not have to constantly, you know, fuse, alter, fuse, alter, fuse, alter, 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 fuse, alter, summon 10 times, repeat. It's mind-numbing, I think would be the word to put it. It's mind-numbing. But I'm very happy with today. We did make some 6 stars here, so I do now have enough heroes to actually do all 15 of the waves in the Void Arc. By the way, I actually don't think I did. Navigational Umpus of the K's. Back out, zoom, zoom, a negative zoom, please. Well, I don't want this to pick up and spend one of these on those, so I don't want to do it manually. Listen, I'm lazy. I'm lazy. Sue me. We're not doing it. We're just simply not doing it. It's not happening right now. We'll do it at a later date. But today was a good day. We've got some exotic grimoires stashed away to potentially either make a Dragon Rui, which is a very good possibility. We may also use those to deify demon bells. I know some peeps out there are like, bro, that's a terrible idea. And I'll be honest with you, you're probably right. You're probably not wrong. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it, right? I live my life on the edge. I make my own decisions. Are they always the best decisions? Absolutely not. But sometimes they're good decisions. Sometimes I become a trailblazer in ways that no one thought possible, especially me, the person blazing the trails. But with that done, I think that's going to be it for today, peeps. Before we go, gotta thank all the members in the channel who help keep my dreams alive. Our greatest Rathkins, we have Shaheen, Trippy, White Crow, Afghan Goo 420, and Mellow. Appreciate you guys so much and all the continued support on the streams, the gifted memberships and whatnot. You guys are crazy. You're absolutely insane, and I appreciate it. I'm here for every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? Our great Rathkins, you have Lotta Delizzi, Bellendane, FMK Watt, Sir Rascal, Whet Blades, Cosmic, and Ethan Martin. Appreciate you guys. We also have a very large number of Rathkins hanging out. Of course, it's very, very difficult to get all of those names on screen, and by very difficult, I mean it's dang near impossible due to the fluctuations that take place daily, so that's my bad. I just know I absolutely appreciate every single one of you, and there's no love lost in my heart for you peeps, just that I can't fit your name on the screen, right? If anything, my heart is exploding in the love for you peeps. But with that said, that is going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button to show your support, and I will see you guys in the next one.